Are you thinking about hiring an embroidery digitizing service for your custom designs? Now, before you spend a single dollar or waste a single spool of thread, you need to know what to look for and what to avoid, because the wrong digitizing service can quickly ruin your project before you even hit start. My name's John Deere, and back in the 80s and 90s, I built one of the largest and most reputable digitizing companies in the world. We created designs for brands like Coca-Cola, the NHL, and over a dozen Fortune 500 companies. Over the years, I've trained thousands of digitizers and solved problems most embroiderers don't even realize are caused by poor digitizing. What I'm about to share is based on real production experience and proven embroidery theory. So stick around to the end because I'm going to give you 5 things to look out for, what to avoid, and how to make sure your next design stitches out right the first time. So why does the embroidery file matter so much? Well, the biggest reason embroidery projects fail is because of bad digitizing. Even if you hoop perfectly, use quality thread and the correct stabilizer, it can't save a poorly digitized file. Most embroiderers end up blaming themselves, not realizing that the file is the root of the problem. Learning basic theory helps you catch these issues before wasting time or money. Here are some red flags to watch for in a digitized design, and they'll help you spot the common signs of poor quality digitizing. Unnecessary and excessive trims or color changes, weak or missing underlay, inconsistent stitch directions, no push or pull compensation applied, bloated stitch counts causing bulletproof embroidery. If you don't know what to look for, you'll end up blaming your machine instead of the real issue, which is the embroidery file. Here are some key questions to ask any digitizer you're thinking of hiring. Don't just send your logo and hope for the best. Make sure you qualify them first. Now, the first question I would ask is, how long have you been a production digitizer for? And when I say production digitizer, I'm talking about somebody who digitizes day in and day out. And if the answer is anything less than 5 years, then I don't know if they're really qualified to handle difficult designs on all the different fabric types and applications that are out there. Now, equally important is asking, what is your embroidery background? I've found that most digitizers who do good work in the industry have a very solid embroidery background, and most of them were machine watchers or operators before they actually started digitizing. That gives them a real foundation as to how a machine works and what they're creating when they're actually working with their software. When we used to train in-house digitizers, we would have our apprentice run a machine anywhere from 3 to 6 months before we ever even sat them down in front of the software, so they had an understanding of how embroidery actually works. Now, the next question I'd ask is if they test stitch their designs before they send them out to their customers. If you've been following me for a while, you know that one of my favorite saying is the proof is in the stitching, and there's no better way to test a design than to stitch it out first and make sure you have quality results. Another important question to ask is, how do you train your digitizers? If it is a digitizing firm, they're going to have more than one digitizer, and they will probably scale from potentially decades of experience down to a couple of years. I know when we trained digitizers in-house, it was approximately 2 years before I considered them trained without having to really look over their shoulder and test every single design. There was a real learning curve for a production-based puncher, and it's very important that that foundational theory is passed down through all of the other digitizers that might be working. If you have a design that's easy, odds are you might not get a senior digitizer doing that design, but you want to make sure that even if they don't have that same experience, you're going to get quality results back. And lastly, what is your editing policy? When revisions need to be made, what is the process? There's nothing worse than having a machine sitting there idle while you're waiting for a design to be fixed. And if you're relying on a digitizer, you need to make sure that that is priority number one. That design needs to be fixed because you don't want to be, messing around, changing things on the machine and setting up another order and having to come back to it. That's money falling off your embroidery table. So that is vitally important, as well as the process of them knowing what is and isn't possible when you provide the artwork, because we know that artwork is not necessarily created for embroidery in mind. Most of it is with print in mind. And a good digitizing firm will let you know what is and isn't possible before the process even begins. A reputable digitizing firm with good service will welcome these types of questions, and they should be prepared to give you straight answers. Is cheap digitizing really worth it? You'll see offers as low as $5 for a left chest logo. Now that sounds tempting. Yes, it does. But is it reliable? Not always. Great digitizing takes time, experience, and testing, which many cheap services will usually skip. So if it sounds too good to be true, well, it usually is. And that old saying, you get what you pay for, that rings true as well. When you find somebody who is fast, consistent, and affordable, let's get rid of that word cheap. It's rare and it is valuable and well worth a bit of added cost. All that said, you learning foundational theory is actually the best and most important thing you should do. When you know the theory behind digitizing, you'll know how to better vet and hire more reliable embroidery digitizing services, including how to spot red flags that ruin stitchouts before you even press start, how to ask the right questions when hiring a digitizer or choosing a service, how to judge whether a file was created with skill or shortcuts, how to troubleshoot faster and avoid production delays, how to protect your materials, your time, and most important, your sanity. Here's the bottom line, even the best stabilizer, quality thread, and proper hooping techniques can't save a poorly digitized file. And if you don't understand how embroidery designs actually work, you're gambling every time you press the start button on your machine. Think of it like this, learning digitizing theory before you hire a digitizing service is like understanding basic math before you hire a cashier. Even if you're not doing the work yourself, you know what should be happening, and you'll catch problems before they cost you time and money. Don't leave your embroidery results in someone else's hands. That's exactly what you'll learn inside of our new and improved Digitizer's Dream Workshop. In just 2 weeks from the comfort of your own home, you'll learn proven digitizing theory step by step, how to create and edit your own custom designs even if you've never digitized before, recognize bad digitizing, fix common issues, and take control of your results. Get expert guidance from me and my team and private support group. You'll have full access to our powerful new EL software free for 30 days so you can experience the digitizing process firsthand. If you're a hobbyist, this will help you get better results and save you frustration with every file you stitch. And if you run a business, this will save you time, money, and costly production errors, while making it easier for you to find and keep the right digitizing partners. We've had thousands of embroiderers complete this workshop with proven results, and now it's your turn. Click the link below to learn more and secure your spot today. Seats are limited and fill up fast.